Hey guys, welcome back to Second Recap. Today I am going to recap a romance comedy movie titled Blame It on Rio from 1994. The movie begins at a huge corporation in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where best friends Victor and Matthew work together. Both are having marital problems. Victor's wife wants a divorce, while Matthew has no idea what's wrong with his wife Karen. He is perplexed and annoyed when Karen decides to spend their holiday apart from him and their daughter. The two best friends decide to spend their vacation in Rio de Janeiro with their teenage daughters Nicole and Jennifer. They rent a beautiful vacation cottage with a view of the city. In the morning, Jennifer and Nicole admit their attraction to each other's fathers. Matthew calls Karen and asks about her vacation in Bahia. She appears to be enjoying her vacation and Matthew tells her to stay in Bahia for a month so he can't see her face. Later on the beach, Matthew and Victor roaming the beach in search of their daughters, as more young girls run by with their boobies shown. The men realize this is a topless beach, however Matthew and Victor are mortified to watch their own daughters embrace the culture, as the girls come to welcome their fathers without any tops to cover up their boobs. Following that, the girls attend a cheerful Brazilian wedding. While the men head to a bar for drinks, Victor becomes preoccupied by a woman named Isabella, and Matthew returns to find the teenage girls in the midst of wedding festivities. Matthew and Victor's daughter Jennifer strip naked and join the party in the water. Jennifer kisses Matthew passionately, unaware that Nicole is watching them. She runs into a secluded cove, making Matthew pursues her. There she seduces him. Matthew tries to resist her, but in the end they make love. After they finish, Jennifer smiles and says she's ready for another round. The next morning, Jennifer teases Matthew while he shaves, causing him to cut his cheek. He insists that they pretend as if nothing happened last night. Jennifer promises this, but Matthew must give a kiss first. Jennifer joins her father and Nicole for breakfast, but has shaving cream on her face which she claims is whipped cream. When her father asked when Matthew joins for breakfast, Jennifer teases him in front of her father, making Matthew feel uneasy. Later, Matthew and Victor cooked dinner while talking about their daughter. Victor proudly informs Matthew that Jennifer is not permitted to use birth control, because they agreed she would tell him before losing her virginity. Well, Jennifer has lost her virginity to Matthew. Nicole leaves just before dinner to go on a date with a boy. After dinner, Victor says that he will meet Isabella, leaving Matthew and Jennifer alone. This worries Matthew. He tells Jennifer that they must quit their love affair, but he is seduced again, and they end up making love. She then admits that she used to fantasize about marrying him. The next day, Jennifer meets a holy woman who advises her to make offerings to a goddess, and have the object of her desire wear a necklace with a fertility icon. Jennifer places the necklace around Matthew's neck on a beach outing in order to secure his devotion, and then presses him to tell Victor about their love affair. Despite his feelings for her, Matthew insists that the affair is finished. The next day, Matthew overhears from his room Jennifer confessing to Victor about her relationship with a married man. This irritates Victor. When Victor asks about the man's name, Matthew quickly packs and prepares to leave. That Victor notices and asks him to stay in order to investigate the identity of Jennifer's lover. The next day, Matthew takes Jennifer to lunch while pretending to help with the investigation, but she instead presents him with a naked photograph of herself. He declines the presents. At the end of the day, Matthew reports to Victor that Jennifer refuses to give the identity of her lover. Victor pledges to beat the man to death once he learns who he is. Jennifer dates a 19-year-old boy as suggested by Matthew, but when the boy brings Jennifer to her house, she quickly ends his kiss. Meanwhile, Nicole returns home from her date to be greeted by Matthew, who is concerned about her. She confronts his father by disclosing that she is aware of his affair with Jennifer, discovers Jennifer's diary and talks about it with Matthew. Fortunately for Matthew, her diary does not divulge the name of her lover, only that he is 43 years old and has blue eyes. Matthew is relieved. Nicole persuades Jennifer to tell his father the truth, so that things do not become too complicated. Jennifer, on the other hand, says that his father will not understand their relationship. During dinner, Jennifer tries to tell her father the name of her lover. Eduardo, a neighbor, is suspected by Victor with no other option. Matthew confesses to save the man from Victor's anger. Victor has taken aback and unable to hurt his best friend. As he promised, Matthew sits next to him and explains what happened. That night following that, Matthew informs Jennifer that the affair has been disclosed and that it must be stopped immediately. Nicole sees the two from her room and calls her mother, pleading with her to hurry, since her husband is in trouble in the morning. Victor intends to leave, but before leaving they get into an argument and end up fighting. Karen appears unexpectedly and asks them to stop. Matthew confesses his affair with Jennifer. To Karen, the situation worsens when Matthew discovers that Karen and Victor have also been sleeping together, making Matthew feels upset. Their fight comes to an end when Jennifer swallowed birth control pills and rushed to the hospital. Victor and Matthew momentarily bond at the hospital, and Karen expresses her wrath to Jennifer by telling her that there isn't price for everything she gets. Jennifer apologizes apologizes and begs Karen not to hate her. Karen replies it's more like envy. Back at the house, Karen and Nicole refuse to speak to Matthew. He is forced to share a room with Victor and they fight again. Before the housekeeper intervenes, Karen ends their romance with Victor and invites her husband Matthew to join her in Bahia. To rekindle their relationship, Matthew bids Jennifer farewell and apologizes to Nicole. And the movie ends here. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And of course be sure to like the video, and subscribe to Second Recap, so you don't miss the next recap. Until next time, thank you.